The lie that cost them their lives. The story of Ananias and Sapphira. Imagine telling a small lie and immediately losing everything. This shocking scenario actually happened in the early days of the church, and it's one of the Bible's most unforgettable stories. Ananias and Sapphira were part of the vibrant, generous community of early Christians. In those days, believers shared everything they owned, supporting each other selflessly and generously helping the poor. People would sell their properties and give the money to the apostles to help the poor amongst them. Inspired by this generosity, Ananias and his wife Sapphira decided to sell a piece of their property and donate the proceeds to the church. But secretly, they plotted something else. Instead of giving the full amount, they agreed to hold back part of the money for themselves while pretending they donated everything. Why would they lie? Perhaps they wanted admiration, praise, or recognition. Maybe they hoped to appear more generous and righteous than they truly were. Remember, no one asked them to do this. They had no reason to lie. However, after selling the land, Ananias approached Peter inside the church and confidently placed the money at his feet, claiming it was the entire sum. But Peter immediately saw through the deception. "Ananias," Peter said sternly, "why have you allowed Satan to fill your heart and lie to the Holy Spirit? You haven't just lied to people, you've lied to God." In a shocking instant, Ananias collapsed and died right there, in front of everyone. Fear gripped the church, but the story wasn't over yet. Hours later, unaware of what had happened to her husband, Sapphira arrived. Peter asked her clearly, giving her one chance to tell the truth. "Was this all the money you received from selling the land?" Sadly, she continued the lie, saying, "Yes, that's everything." Peter's response was chilling. "How could you conspire to test God? The same men who buried your husband are at the door. They'll carry you out too." Immediately, Sapphira fell down and died beside her husband. Why is this story important? Ananias and Sapphira's shocking end wasn't just about the money. It was about integrity and honesty. Their tragedy reminds us that God values sincerity over appearances and authenticity over empty gestures.